Hello guys, it's been a while. So, let's start from the beginning. Chapter 1. How it all started. So, I've been playing MapleStory since I was a kid. My older sister and cousin used to play this game together with their friends and exposed me to MapleStory when I was like 7 years old or something. I didn't even know English. I remember asking my mom to translate stuff for me. By the way, my whole English is from MapleStory. So my journey starts with my first character, a fire poison mage. That was the start of the best years in my life. And ever since then, I'm trapped. Chapter 2. What's wrong with me? I'm going to move in with my girlfriend in a few days, and instead of thinking how much I progressed and became an independent adult with my own house, I often think about the old MapleStory and about this game in general, and something feels empty inside me. I wonder what's the point of moving forward if I'll never be that happy again, young and careless, playing and being amazed by the old MapleStory. I'll never be able to experience the best years of my life again, and in some way, scared of moving forward. This game is always in my mind, in many ways. Chapter 3. The Good Old Days. I was playing MapleStory my entire life. In the old days, every single day was an adventure. I used to meet up and play with my friends every day. We had so much to explore. It was a whole new, colorful, mysterious, and exciting new world we dived into together. The old Maple had a lot of hidden maps, puzzles, party quests, huge maps with a lot of directions and portals, and you had so much to discover and explore. In addition to that, there was also merching and scrolls, which were fun and insane dopamine as well. It was so different back then. It felt like an adventurous dream with amazing, impactful music that really involved a lot of the senses. It was emotional and social too. I met so many friends inside the game and in real life who played Maple. There was so much to find out. We had tons of sleepovers, we had pools at each house, and the weather was always warm back in my old city, so every day we used to chill in the pools, talking about Maple, and then just go play Maple all day. That was the routine. A lot of times we had sleepovers as well, where we used to play Maple all night. These days were full of excitement and laughter. It really did feels like there's a whole new world ahead of us to discover. For example, we didn't know what lays in the next portal of Temple of Time. It was our first time exploring Lifri and these areas. YouTube just started. There weren't a lot of guides and videos and such. We had to discover and find out and explore everything ourselves. Crimson Wood Maze, finding Bigfoot, exploring the Big Bang and the hidden maps, beating Zakum, exploring the deep parts of Ludiberium and Aqua Road caves, exploring all the skills for the first time, and much more. Everything was just exciting, and I got emotionally attached to these days so fucking hard. That was the biggest adventure I ever had, and honestly, this adventure lasted for years. These were the best years of my life. My dog, old MapleStory, and being a careless kid. Chapter 4. Comfort, Delusion, and Painful Reality. I often think about Maple in my daily life. I mean, I still play this game after all. I can't really get this game out of my head. I often find myself having thoughts like, hey, you'll never be that excited again. You'll never be young again, carefree, happy, excited, and full of hope about life and exploration. Just like I did playing the old MapleStory. I can't really let go of these days. I think it's even deeper than Maple. It was all about that era, but for me, MapleStory symbolized that era. Also, I got my dog back in the day of the old Maple. He was like 2 weeks old. That was the happiest day of my life. He's very old now, and maybe that's a part of it too. I love him so much, and I miss the times when he was healthy and young. I miss the times of being a kid, playing with his dog and playing MapleStory with his friends all day, every day, without too much concerns. I tried to quit this game and remove it from my life so many times over the years, and I just can't. It feels like the game is a part of me. I feel like what's waiting for me in the future is just okay, nothing more. I already peaked in the old era of Maple, and nothing can even get close to it. And I just feel like I'll never be that happy again. Maybe it's my mental health issues, but I don't know, I feel like I'm trapped in my childhood that I'm trying to relive. Every time I'm trying to think about moving forward with my life, I'm like, but bro, what about Maple? And I often watch old Maple vids and series in YouTube, rewatching Dre's old videos like I didn't seen them already 200 times, reading through Maple Reddit and etc. So this game is in my life in many ways. Now I must ask, am I a fucking degenerate? Probably. Just kidding, I don't know, cause look, I'm a nutritionist. I work out every day in the gym and in Muay Thai. I'm active in the stocks market, I'm in a relationship and etc. So I did continue with my life. But at the same time, Maple and my childhood just keeps popping in my head all the time. Chapter 5. So what did I do? Because my mind is always around MapleStory and nostalgic old days, a few years ago I decided to go back to where it all started, my first MapleStory character, a fire poison mage. I started playing a private server, which is a pre-Bing Bang version 62. It's a hard server, kinda almost like the real old Maple, and I was experiencing the old Maple once again. It was so much fun and nostalgic. I got to experience again a lot of memories. I got around to like level 100 and then I quit the server, but it was definitely a fun ride. It took a few months of playing and eased my emptiness for a while. After that I got back to the normal MapleStory and started this YouTube channel, which brings me to why I wasn't very active in the recent year. In the recent year I played so many private servers. I did play global MapleStory as well sometimes, but mostly just doing weeklies or dailies, not spending too much time on it. And at the same time I played MapleStory Royals. In Maple Royals my goal was to visit all of the MapleStory maps I never got to see. I just wanted to explore the things I didn't back then. I slowly unlocked and visited many places. I explored so much, including the places we didn't have in JMS back then. So I did all of that and got bored eventually because I got to the just daily bossing phase, and then I went back to the normal Maple. And of course the emptiness kept bugging me. My mind was always like, what if I start a different class or a new main in Maple Royals? But at the same time I was kinda over version 62, so I decided to try a version 83 server. It was pretty fun. I played a lot for like 3 months. I got to experience the old Maple again with addition to the parts that didn't exist in version 62, like Mushroom Kingdom, Neo City, crafting methods, Cygnus Knights, and it was pretty chill and fun, honestly. After that I went back to the normal Maple, and as you guys can guess what happened, boom, emptiness and boredom. So what's next? A server of version 111. So in this version I made a battle mage, shadower, and tried some other classes. It was a bit less nostalgic and exciting, but at the same time I was dying to see the skills and places in this version. And while playing, I felt like I'm helping myself overcome my emotional attachment to this game and slowly getting over the old Maple. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just play this version till I'm bored again. So what was really fun in this version was the haunted mansions, scarecrows, jesters, and also the old aliens place thingy. I used to love this place back then, and also Lionheart Castle. That was also pretty fun, especially because of the parties. So yeah, that took like a whole year and hundreds of hours experiencing the old Maple again. Now, it did help kinda, maybe like therapy in some way, where you go back and try to accept these moments and just move on. Chapter 6: Grieving Fantasy, Accepting Reality. I can say with all my heart that MapleStory has been such a huge part of my life, and I'm sure it will always will be. After my whole private servers experience, I can say I feel more fulfilled and my mind is bugging me less about the old Maple. I still have a lot of thoughts like, hey, maybe I should try a new private server, a new class, a new main or something, trying to ease the fact that the best days are behind me. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to try to focus on creating these cherishable memories and moments in the present, in real life. I gotta move on and accept the fact that I'm an adult now and just be happy about the fun and amazing days I had, and to stop trying to experiencing them again and think about them endlessly, because it will never be the same anyway. MapleStory was a blessing and a curse for my life at the same time. It trapped me. It made me obsessed with staying at home and playing all day for so many years now, since I was a kid basically. And yet, at the same time, as I mentioned, it was a magical adventure I wouldn't change for the world. It gave me the best childhood ever and so many friends. I really do hope one day I'll start a family of my own and play MapleStory with my kids. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this video was really personal, but I thought maybe some of you guys can relate to some of this stuff, and I decided to just expose myself out there, hoping that you guys will enjoy it, and maybe it could help some people who feel the same. I don't know. So thanks again. I'm still here basically. I'm not active as I used to be, but I won't let this channel die, that's for sure. So sorry for disappearing for such a long time. I love you all. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.